It's been a while, webheads, and it's sure good to be back. Before diving neck deep into today's video, I'd like to first of all beg everyone out there to please know that the coronavirus, aka COVID-19, is real. So, guys, please wash those hands frequently with soap and water or an alcohol based hand rub. Okay? And also, social distancing is a must and it requires a minimum of 1 meter gap between people, but 2 meters is more advisable and it will help more to prevent the spread of this deadly virus between people. And even after following these first two guidelines, it's still going to be nice if you can avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with your hands or your fingers. Try as much as possible. Try and make it a habit. Practice regular respiratory hygiene as well. And if you have a fever, persistent dry coughing, and difficult or labored breathing, please seek out medical care quickly. Remember, stay well informed and keep praying. My personal tip: treat everyone and everything as a threat. Okay, guys, flip open that lid, uncover that desktop, and join me in learning about the basics of WordPress right after installation. Okay, alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log in here. Okay, I'm already running XAMPP in the background, so please do not forget to do that. Because once you're logged in, it's going to take you to where I like to refer to as the WordPress admin dashboard. So everything here is basically the dashboard. Okay, right. So this is what I also like to refer to as the front end, the back end. Sorry. So if you want a preview of the front end and how it's going to look like, now simply come up here and click on the visit site. Now, if you remember when we installed it in the last video, we had a look of the front end, but just for the sake of it, here it is. This is how right now it's going to look like without this guys at the top. Okay, yeah, okay. So this is what we call the top toolbar. Ignore it for now. So we can just easily click here and it takes us back to the dashboard. If you wanted to click back, fine and good, no problem. Okay, so what are the main things you should know when you start making use of this? I'm going to take you to the basic guide down here, which is the settings. Now, under the settings, you can define certain things about the dashboard and also whatever site you have in mind. So let's start with general. Now we click on that. And so basically I can change. I'm not a baker. Okay, let me just clear that up. I suck at baking, but I can cook. I think I can cook. I mean, I do make a good jollof rice. I think it's not poison. Anyway, back to the site title. Now remember, when we started, I put Jima's Bakery School, so you can easily change this to whatever you want. Okay, you can say I highlighted it. I even deleted the L just for the sake of it, but I'm just going to leave that there. No problem. Now this tagline, it basically gives a few description of what the site's about. It usually appears just under the website title. So we're going to change it. I'm going to put something munchy, okay? And I'm going to put something cheesy. I'm sorry. That was a pun, but I didn't really mean it. So big for the future. God, I suck at this. Okay, now for the WordPress address or the URL, this is how it's you can basically format it how you want it to appear. Okay, but this is how it's appearing by default. Now if we were online, it will give us a different kind of option up here. So these guys, you can ignore them once you're offline for now. the administrator's email. This is what I used to remember when we're opening when we're installing WordPress in the first video. Now, do you want anyone to be able to register to your site? If you want, you click this. If you don't want, you won't click this. That means you're going to create a form for them to fill and subsequently another form for them to use to log in. Now, if you wanted to create user default roles, okay, you do them here, but we're not doing that here. This is for in case someone subscribes newly. By default, they're going to be subscribers. If you want them to be authors, you do this, contributors or editors or administrators. Now we're going to reach a part of our settings where we're going to be able to explore what all these guys do. Then you also set your time zone depending on where your country is located on the globe. And your universal time will be set accordingly. Alright. I'm on GMT +1, so while this is showing 12, mine is actually 1. Okay, let's march on. Your date format, you adjust it how you want it. Your time format, the same thing. What did you want to do? What do you want to be your first day of the week? Monday or Sunday or Thursday or Wednesday? Good for you. And then when you're done, eventually you click on save changes. So did we do anything worth changing besides changing my tagline? Yeah, okay, let's just save it then. Now mind you, it doesn't limit how often you can do. You can apply changes whenever you feel like you come and apply them. So let's go to writing setting. So you can look under SOC reading. So what is the writing setting all about? The writing setting has to do with the way users can input, the way you can input data anyway. That's basically it. So anyway, default post category for now is uncategorized. Post format, how do you want it? Yeah, nothing too important here. So let's go to our region settings. So our region settings, this is what you want the user to now see on the page. Okay, how do you want them to be able to see? Do you want them to see only your latest posts, or you want them to see a static page that appears with your home page? And now just have one page and that's a sample page. Also, if you have other pages, you can select which one you want to be your home page, and you can select which one to be your post page. How many blog pages do you want to show at most? How many items you want to show as recent? And do you want to just show summary of your post, or you want to show the full text? It all depends on you. Then do you want to discourage search engines from indexing your site? No, but if you want to, you click in here. Good for you. So did you do any changes I want to apply? I think we put a static page here. So for now, since we don't have a page we want to use as our home page, we can just save anyway. Okay, now once that's saved, you go to other settings like discussion. These, like I said, all depend on your taste. I can't really go into explaining each of them one by one, but whichever one suits your taste, you use it. So for example, before a comment appears, it must be manually approved. It must have a previously approved comment. Most times you can just select this for security reason and remove this in case the person is being annoying in their consequent comments. Then you can also put words you want to like moderate. You don't want them to come out. Okay, if someone makes a comment and it contains that word, you don't want that comment to show, basically. Okay, you comment blacklist. And what else? There are a lot of settings here. And then we can now check other ones like media. And as the name implies, media helps you to determine how you want your thumbnail size. Those small images that show when you post a link. Yeah, those are your thumbnail images. And I think that's just it, honestly. Yeah, that's medium size, large size pictures. That boring stuff. Trivial stuff was mostly for me, I won't lie. Yeah, so permalink decides how you want to customize your URL. Okay, it all depends on you. It all happens here. Alright, cool. So let's go to more important things here. But just to be sure, at least we changed one thing that could be visible, yeah? So we'll go back to visit this site and you see Jima's Bakery School. Bake for the future. Told ya. Okay, so let's go back to my dashboard before I embarrass myself. Okay, so the next thing we're going to take a look at is appearance. Okay, this guy is very important. Now, I won't necessarily say you need to work with this part offline, because you somehow still need to be online even if you're offline. What do I mean by that? You can actually download your theme and then upload it offline, or you can be online and download your themes directly. Okay, yeah, okay. So these are your default themes. They are boring, to say the least. Yeah. So let's give a live preview of some of them. Now that's a good thing about WordPress. You can actually get to look at how the themes are before you actually get to apply them. So that way you don't feel like you're wasting your time too much to have to change and change and change over and over again. So when you preview, it takes you here. Naturally, I would have shown you this under a different form of setting and to customize. Yeah, under the customize setting, but this will also take you directly to customize. So you can see these things that look like pen. It means you can edit these names. Okay, the site identity can be changed. See, my name, the tagline. You can come back. You can change your menu and all that. We're going to come back to that fully later though. But for now, I'm going to cancel here. Alright. So once it's cancelled, this is what I was trying to talk about. We have 4 themes, right? So we can easily come directly into this search bar. So what theme are we looking for? We're looking for something that has to do with bakery. Okay, so sorry about the first search. It didn't really bring up what I wanted, so I realized my internet connection was kind of down. So this is what comes up when okay, yeah, I need to search again. We're gonna search for bakery. Okay, so here are some themes. God, this first one looks terrible. But it depends on what you already see that might interest you. Okay, so how about we use VW Bakery? I don't think I have time to review, so we're just going to install it. Okay, now while installing, this is what I was trying to tell you about. You can still come online if you're not running your local server at a particular point. You can still common search for WordPress bakery theme. Now you can see that outside WordPress there are other sites. Here's a themeforest.net that provides themes for bakery. Here is colorlib.com. Yeah, and in case you don't want necessarily a bakery theme, you can still come directly to WordPress outside the installed software, and you'd see a few themes here that you can download and keep for future use. Alright, so let's come back here anyway and see how our installation is doing. Now that's done, you can go ahead and click on activate. So now that I've clicked on activate, basically it means the theme is going to apply. Once it applies, we'll be able to do whatever we want, okay, with it. And automatically it's been added to our local gallery here. Now you could choose to come customize here or customize here. It will still give you the same results, okay. So let's just go see how it looks like. I'm kind of eager. Everybody's all jittery. These themes are usually not that big, so don't be scared. And it's left for you to make use of your imagination to make it look how you want it to look. Okay, so you can see something already before the page is downloading. Upgrade Pro. So it means there are some features of this theme that make it even more cooler. If you should get the Upgrade Pro, and it will probably cost you some money. How much money? I'm not really quite sure. Now mind you, our page is still scanty. So whilst this will appear as it is, you can still see sample page. We'll have to get rid of it eventually. Hello world, we'll have to get rid of it. And a few like this, a WordPress commenter on hello world, we don't want to see things like that. So this is basically still the skeletal work. I just want to show you how it would look like. And I think this looks color friendly for those that like baking, bakery and things like that. Now mind you, there are more complex things, but for now we're going for something simple, just for illustrative reasons. So what about widgets? Widgets includes things like calendars, like recent comments, and a few other things that appear at tiny areas of your site. So here it's search bar, recent posts, recent comments, social icon, shop page, sidebar, footer navigation. There are a lot of them. These ones are actively part of the site. These ones are the ones that are available but not necessarily active. So it's left for you to remove and add. Now as a baker, you can choose to have a gallery, right? What I'm gonna remove. Let's remove. Okay, fine. Let's just do these guys for now. But eventually, when you start using them, you should know that it's going to be very easy for you to take stuff out and bring it in, as you can see. Okay, I'm not quite sure what I want to take out. So these guys are like bars you can shift out basically, and it's left for you to fix what you need to fix, where you need to fix this. There you have it. I have a gallery. Left for me to name my gallery, and I'm done. Okay, so I'm deleting it. I don't really care about that. I'm not a bakery guy. And then we also have menus. You know when you visit a website and there is a place where you can click an arrow and a list of menus come out with different links, take you to different pages, different items. Yeah, that's what menu is used for. And for your header, yeah, it will still come here and show you how to change that header Human's Bakery School. So it's not really a big deal. So I'm going to just go ahead and cancel it. Yeah, we really don't need that guy. But the next thing I want to talk about are the plugins. Second important part. Now these plugins are basically tools that help you increase the functionality of your website depending on what you want. Okay, and the default one here is the Akismet anti-spam. When my tongue almost got caught in a row. Now, if you need your own personal ones, all you have to do is search plugins. So the most popular plugins I used, which is an SEO plugin. Of course, it's free, yes, but please just know that you still have to pay to upgrade it to do more cooler things eventually. Okay, so these are like tiny tools. They help you to make better things of your website, better functionalities of your website. Yeah, so you can see a few more out in here, right? So let's go Yoast again. There we are. Yoast search engine optimization, and the other ones are kind of related to it. This the tool that will help you know how to get your site appearing at the top of a Google search engine. Okay. Right. So for users helps you to be able to add new users that can easily work at the back end. So let's say you have 3 administrators for your website. You come here to add new users. Cool. So what I did is I clicked on new. So this is just me for now. So if I add a new one, it will start asking me for the email and the role I want to give it, and if it's going to be able to create posts, how many posts it has, and all that. Okay, so don't mind me, I'm not here to show you how to completely make use of it. I'm just showing you the initial ropes so that you can be able to use it to your own personal advantage. And then we go to the pages. Okay, these are the static guys, the guys that are supposed to appear with different posts under them. I remember we saw somewhere of a sample page. This is where it is. So you can choose to add your own pages, and for whenever you add a page, please go back to your site to the front end and look at how it is. See if it's appearing how you want it to. Okay, don't just add, and your pages also have to work in conjunction with your menus and to an extent with your posts to make sense, which also takes us to posts. Posts are basically like the variables of your website because they change. A post defines a new content you're trying to put up. Okay, for example, when you went to the site you saw hello world was under your sample page, basically your first page, and you register your landing page. So it's left for you to add other posts with time for people to come and actually read. Nobody will read your page. People will read your posts. Your posts appear on their pages. Okay, so you can add new here, and for every page, every post you make, they have to be under a particular category of your choice that you created with specific tags. Or by tags, I mean keywords that people can use to search for your content online. So with these keywords, with Yoast, SEO, and a few other things, when people search those keywords, your website or that particular page, that particular post will come up ranking on top 10 or top 20 or even top 5, depending on how effective you are. Okay, alright, cool. So lastly, I'm going to add the media. The media basically defines the kind of media that's in your library, whether it's audio, whether it's video, whether it's images. As long as it's a form of media, even songs, all are going to appear here. Okay, alright. So that is that about making use of WordPress when you initially install it. Cool. So please always remember to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, and please remember to stay safe and take precautionary measures as provided by approved health bodies worldwide and in your nationality. Thank you, and God bless.